It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders, and it's all up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from FedEx Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. And Thomas has it. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Winston Johnson, your connection there for the Commander first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
They run with the Alabama rookie. That's Brian Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. He finds his man. Complete. That's Thomas. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They'd been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. He'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Amari Rodgers to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
A 1st down catch for Allen Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with a draw instead, pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the 1st quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz gonna throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
16 more on that one and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Wentz.
Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Yeah, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
2nd down at 4. A give up the middle to Gibson. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, Wentz.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel from 13 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and the result a touchdown for Washington.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down.
A throw with a flat here for McKissick.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Being chased out left. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 37.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the 1st quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
$10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Rodgers on the return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's got room past the 30 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Wentz.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Rashawn Gary, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Wentz.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for Big Pat.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Tressway now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. Rodgers to return it.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and a tackling for just a short gain.
This offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Winston's throw complete there to Thomas.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wentz.
Quick slant, Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 4. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Let's do our thing. Let's do this, man.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Look at this, a tight end carry. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Slide for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Cobb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Now Rodgers steps away to his left. And this is caught inside the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And again, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Dobbs.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Crosby with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Dobbs touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
On 1st down, Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Wentz now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
Again, it's Wentz. Slings this deep for McLaurin. It's caught inside the 25.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's mark, baby.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wentz. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando and the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
This taken in at the goal line. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
First possession of the second half now for Washington.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz
throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Wentz now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Here's a give to Gibson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Wentz going to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call.
What's the deal, dog?
Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
On play action, Wentz rolling to his left. Thomas brings it in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Wentz.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 13.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go, baby. Let's play. Let's play every day. Let's do what we do every day. What's the deal? Let's go. It's showtime, baby.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to run the jet sweep. It's Cobb with it. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
Rodgers going to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Rodgers. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
from 6 yards away.
And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spans 13 plays.
And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. To throw is Wentz.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Wentz now on first down. Buying time to his left.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wentz now to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Wentz to throw. Now he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From the 45 on second down. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rodgers to throw once more.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a draw play. This is Jones.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now Jones, and he is going to lose yardage here. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10.
At their own 26. On play action, Wentz.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Washington on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 49-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to Lazard.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Rodgers going to throw.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Rodgers going to try and run.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers!
Romeo Doubs
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game, 1st and 10 here.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Once more, Gibson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Let's go, y'all. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Hey, what we got? Here we go.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So now Rodgers in the pack, down by a field goal, 1:46 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And it looks like, yes, the Commanders have it.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
One play at a time, baby. Let's do it.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee.
Let's go, baby. Come on, baby. Big time now. Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.